one of the most revered shrines in the country, the Sabarimala temple, is now brazen and outrageous. Even as the country was shocked over the details of the gold heist from the temple, and even as the officials were still busy when it comes to pilfering away, when it comes to their money, and this is right after the gold scam, there is now another scam. It's now been called as the Ghee Scam. Now, the Kerala government has noted the inspection that revealed that during the period from the 17th of November 2025 to 26th of December 2025, records reveal that the price of nearly 13,679 ghee packets amounting to almost rupees 35 lakhs has not been filed. Now, this report that the vigilance inspection has revealed records were maintained in a careless and an irregular manner, and the objective is obviously to facilitate the siphoning of the funds and to misappropriate the same. Now, Sunil Kumar Putti is said to have taken multiple phases when it comes to the standing counsel appearing for the Devaswam board, submitted upon receipt of information regarding the misappropriation. The concerned officer, Sunil Kumar Putti, has now been placed under suspension, and further action is proposed against him. The BJP, meanwhile, is taking up in a big way against the Kerala government.
After Sabarimala gold loot, now it is Sabarimala ghee loot. The embezzlement that has been done in just a short period of time, less than 2 months, in the sale of ghee has been called out by the Kerala High Court. And the Kerala High Court has called it a systematic and deep-rooted failure and has come down heavily at the TDV.
Arpita, good afternoon. That is what the BJP has been saying, especially when it comes to the observations that have been coming from the court directly, strongly condemning the lack of basic safeguards when it comes to stock verification during counter handovers. There has been sloppy record keeping as well, and the fund deposit is something that all of the irregularities are now being pointed at.
Well, good afternoon, Amita. Clearly, the High Court has come down heavily on the Devaswam board because now it has come to light that there has been irregularities in the maintenance of record where ghee sales were done. Now, these ghee sales are usually sacred, that is offering done by the devotees and that are sold to the devotees. So, around 35,000 ghee packets were sold without proper accounting, resulting in misappropriation of over 35 lakh rupees. Now, the High Court has termed this scale of irregularity as shocking and has now ordered a vigilance probe. And the High Court has clearly said that there was no proper records maintained. In fact, there are other things that they have.
Let's try and get a reaction coming from the BJP as well, because we've just laid out saying that there's going to be a symbolic protest, Pradeep, that the BJP in the Kerala state unit would be holding, as far as saying that this is nothing but the biggest betrayal, especially to the devotees of Lord Ayappa.
Well, this is the biggest betrayal to the devotees of Lord Ayappa. And if you look at and observe it very, very carefully, under the anti-Kerala, anti-Hindu left government, earlier it was the gold theft in Sabarimala temple, and now it is the Ghee Scam in the Sabarimala temple. And all is only happening at the temples and inside the temples, with the left government turning a blind eye and approach being a callous approach. All this points towards one thing which we've been reiterating, that this government of the CPM is not focused on development of Kerala, but at the same time, it is consciously ensuring that the Hindu faith in Kerala is plundered, and this is purely because of the vote bank and appeasement politics of the Pinarayi Vijayan government.
All right, Pradeep, thank you very much for joining in. Well, as far as taking on the left government, the BJP of the Kerala unit is now planning as far as when it comes to this lighting of jyotis that is now concerned, and that's going to happen today in the evening. But let's in the meantime get you a better understanding of what this new possible ghee scam is all about. The Kerala High Court mandated a high-level vigilance investigation into the alleged siphoning off of sale proceeds from the sacred Adya Shishtam ghee at the Sabarimala Lord Ayappa temple. And as far as the court is concerned, it expressed shock at the Devaswam board employees' misconduct, directing the Vigilance and the Anti-Corruption Bureau to probe the systemic failures and potential complicity at higher levels. So the court has now been flagging as far as rupees 35 lakh in unremitted funds just under 2 months and deeming it to be a grave criminal breach. As far as this ghee scam that is now concerned, 35 lakh rupees is now being said that may have been embezzled in just 2 months. And this is the time period that has now been given from the 11th of November till the 26th of December 2025. Nearly 89,000 packets were sold for just rupees 100, and the proceeds of over 75,000 packets were remitted. And nearly, as we speak and talk about the other figure, which is around 13,679 packets, were not remitted. So where is the account of these packets? No one knows. As far as when it comes to the entire shortage is now concerned, that seems to have now been noted by the court in the balance stock. So where did the 35 lakh rupees now have gone is something that the court is now seeking accountability. Now, politics has erupted over the alleged gold theft at Sabarimala, with the BJP announcing statewide protests across the state that we are looking at. Over 10,000 Ayappa Jyotis would be lit at around 6 p.m. under the banner of Sabarimala Samrakshana Jyoti, which is coinciding today as far as when it comes to the festivities of Makar Sankranti that is also being marked across the country. So let's connect with Arpita on this. Arpita, we've been speaking and getting the reactions coming in from the BJP leaders. Rajiv Chandrasekhar was also of the point of view that this is nothing but an open loot and betrayal of the Ayappa, Lord Ayappa devotees. And in a symbolic way, we are looking at these lighting of jyotis that's going to happen today in the evening as a mark of protest.
Well, yes, Amita, back when the gold scam had come forward, the BJP, back then itself, they had announced that they will be protesting on the Makara Jyoti day, that is today, the Makara Sankranti day, as a protest to give awareness to the devotees that both the LDF government has done with their trust and how they've breached the trust of the devotees. And that is the protest that they're planning today, where across the state they will light diyas in public places and BJP offices. All top BJP leaders are expected to be there participating in this protest. In fact, since day one, BJP is also raising one more allegation. That is, the Congress and LDF together, they have betrayed the devotees, the Sabarimala devotees, because BJP time and again is saying that this scam is not just that has happened during the LDF era. In fact, this has been happening since many years. It is just that it has come to light now, but the Congress also, when was in power, when UDF was in power, they were also very well part of this entire scam, is what BJP is claiming. Since day one, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, state president, has also claimed that UDF, in fact, the Congress, is turning a blind eye over this issue. They are not responding on the allegations. They are not giving much attention to what the LDF government has done.
Yes. So the complicity of the state government of the board is something that is now being highlighted on part of the BJP, and a mark as a protest that is going to happen today in the evening as the state also approaches and faces assembly elections. But this is something as very strong observations that have been made by the court there, and the court has now held the team accountable, solely underscoring the urgency and also stressing on deep-rooted systemic failures in supervision, and also applying as far as when it comes to willful blindness. Let's now, in the meantime, calling it as when it comes to lapses of grave dereliction of duty as well. This is something that has now been pointed out by the court, that this scandal is said to be one of the country's holiest sites that highlights the urgent reforms that is needed, especially when it comes to financial accountability and during the pilgrim season that we are looking at, because this is the sacred Adya system, the prasadam or the sellback, that is also accounting to be a major revenue stream for the board as far as when it comes to this alleged embezzlement is now coming to light. Arpita, coming back to you on that, has there been any response from the state government so far? Because as far as in the gold heist case is concerned, there is already a SIT which has been making several strides in its investigation, though the opposition is demanding for a CBI investigation. What are we looking at as far as the state government and Ghee Scam is concerned?
Well, the state government has not responded on this issue so far, but like mentioned by you, the SIT is already looking into the gold scam, and also in this matter also the High Court has clearly said that the vigilance team who is investigating should form a special team of senior officials, and they should investigate this entire Ghee scam. And also the High Court has clearly said that they should directly report to the High Court about the investigation. They shouldn't be giving any details to anybody else. It is the High Court to whom they should be submitting the report. So even in this matter, the High Court has clearly given instruction that it will be the High Court who will be looking after the investigation. Now, one more thing that really is seen as a concern is that High Court has clearly said that there has been no proper records of the ghee sale. That was one thing. Secondly, when the shifts were changing, the person who was there at the counter were not giving proper handover of the remaining stock that was left with, and I could suspect that this is done purposefully for the misappropriation of fund, and that is the reason that now they have asked Vigilance Department to investigate this and look into the matter. Now, all of this comes just few months ahead of assembly
of the board, the state government, and what the opposition, the BJP, has been claiming that here is also the Congress in a way raising questions over when it comes to such alleged irregularities that has now come forth with this yet another Ghee Scam, as it is now being called. Meghna, how is the BJP now reacting?
Well, of course, as you rightly pointed out, it's not just about the probe into the scam, but also the politics over it that we are getting for our viewers. This is Rajiv Chandrasekhar of the BJP. He says, I'm genuinely surprised that some in the media still push the false narrative of an understanding between the BJP and the left in Kerala. Every Malayali knows the truth. Congress and CPM are political twins, partners nationally in the India alliance and collaborators locally in the action. The Sabarimala loot is the clearest proof, he says, of this collusion when a CPM appointed Devaswam board enabled the looting of our holiest shrine. Congress chose silence. When the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan trampled on Sabarimala's traditions, Congress looked away. Why? Because both benefited. This is why he says Malayalis rightly call them the CPM Congress Kuruva Sangam. In fact, in 2019, he goes on to say only BJP NDA stood firmly against this unholy pact that targeted Sabarimala Ayyappa Bhakts and the Hindu Vishwasis. Without BJP sustained protests, this crime would have been buried as a slip-up in the truth hidden and the scale of the sacrilege which has been released. Let there be no doubt this betrayal will not be forgotten. It will not be forgiven. This, of course, is BJP's road to try and clinch power in a southern bastion where they have not had much electoral success in the past. The mayoral poll success, they are hoping that issues such as this, they can manage to consolidate the Hindu vote and perhaps pave the way for a southern bastion, as BJP has always tried. Amita.
So as a mark of protest, we're looking at the BJP that would be conducting these protests at around 6 p.m. today in the evening, and around 10,000 jyotis are expected to be lit as what they have been calling it as a biggest betrayal to the devotees of Lord Ayyappa. Meghna, thank you very much for the moment. As Arpita continues to be with us, we have another news update coming in from the